Did a lot of dirt, so they label me a sinner. What up, though? Motherfucking much poop love up in this bitch. Poop poop. Hey, so anyway, much poop love, because all forms of art have gimmicks, not just music. Any form of entertainment relies on gimmicks to a certain extent. But what matters, what truly matters in music, and this is not just my opinion, to me, this is fucking fact, is not the gimmicks. That's the last thing that should matter when it comes to music, period. That should be just a bonus to the actual fucking meat of the situation, which is the talent involved and the fucking skill that's involved. And that's what makes music so fucking good, is the quality of it. And when it's lacking in quality, you can't just fall back on the fucking gimmicks. You gotta be like, hey man, fuck this shit. We're not gonna fucking support this shit anymore because it's just basically making a mockery of us now. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's embarrassing to me, put it that way. Like, I consider the fact that I used to like ICP as an embarrassment almost. Seriously, it's like, maybe it is all personal, maybe it's just because I'm a fucking loyal fan and shit, but either way, the music is better. That's the bottom line, without opinions involved. The music is fucking better. It's actually better quality music, with real meaning, and real life shit, and real lyrical fucking skill.
Niggas dying, cause everybody trying to be King Kong for the big boss. Don't get your wig flipped off. Pump your brakes, look at hit that brick wall. Thought it was all some hip hop shit, no. Life or death, it's a game, but it's not kickball. Art imitating life, wrong and right. Don't breathe your last breath on the mic.
Oh man. See, that knot is the Vatican right here. This is the last release from the group Nodis, and it was only 2 tracks with TNT, the rest of it with Isham or Mastermind, or the both of them together, and it's basically a mixtape. It was only available on digital download, which sucked because I wanted that fucking hard copy. I thought that shit was coming out on a hard copy.
I died today I died. I'm feeling like my suicidal. Jesus Christ, I'm feeling like the day when you got crucified. They got me walking through the fire. Death is their desire to have a wicked empire. Your soul is required. I was told by Jesus to kill the fetus. I don't know what you believe in. Believe this. While all these rappers continue to sell out, it's still fuck the government till I get my $1 billion bill out. So get the hell out before the automatic shell out. I go post on the pass all of my mail out. Then I finally fell out. The heavens back to hell with a dead body shell. Cause death is the smell. Can you tell I'm forgiven by the way that I'm living? I be ducking, dodging prison cause I'm suicide driven. I was turning and twisting, the resurrection arisen. All the sinners be listening cause the spirits they whispering.
Come on, man. Yeah, man. Just look at, man. If y'all ain't up on this shit, go fucking buy this shit. Whatever, pay for it on iTunes, man. Don't steal this shit, dude. This shit is worth fucking paying for it. It's available anyway. It was a few years ago. And now all this shit in the fucking news about the Vatican every day and shit, man. A lot of the songs on this, especially the title track, the Vatican, go beat that shit out. Hey.
I'm with you like the spirit when my light goes dark. I died today, suddenly
Hey.
This ain't the 80s, might not make it home safe. Thou shalt not kill, but they gon' make me. Got
So anyway,
about to lose my cool ways. Put these fools in their grave.
the gimmick aspect of rap is meant as a fallback, you know what I'm saying? Like just something to back up the lyrical skill that's involved in fucking, that's undoubtedly, indubitably, fucking, involved in being a fucking MC or a lyricist, you know what I'm saying? Or any type of rap artist. And, you know, that shit just don't stack up to really, I don't know, man. Group Nodis as a whole basically represents a whole nother level of fucking, dude, they've carved their own style into music, much less rap, rock, or any fucking type of genre. It's like they're just, RLP and acid rap and the Wicket shit is just totally separate from any other type of genre of music, man. It's basically like its own fucking genre. That's the way I look at it. I mean, you just listen to the shit, dog. Listen to the shit.
What's worse, put doctors and a hearse on you. No life after death, only a hearse for you. Run you over there and hit reverse on you. Put a curse on you. Make you spit the wicked shit. You killed a couple people only. I know why you did the shit. Cause you ignorant and a hypocrite. Devil's advocate, get the charges dropped. You innocent. A curse on you. And a curse on you. Use a pussy, let the steel dick burst on you. All the sharks in the water, blood thirst on you. Cause all that meanness squeezed in them. Closer to heaven you go. Rubbing cocaine. Curse on you. Ooh, look how they feelin'. Celeste on the ceiling. You ain't no better rapping than you are killing. Blast first on you. Hit him with that voodoo. Put curse on you. Hey, all they got is hell to pay me. And I'm collecting my shit on the daily. Motherfuckers ain't worth what they say to me. It's all fake drama, musical play to me. I got work to do. Game full of hypocrisy, they all turn on you. Say goodbye to the dearly departed. God damn it, I'ma stop them before they get started. Put curse on you. Where do I begin? Get a voodoo doll and start sticking it with pins. Make you crash your bins, make you lose your ends. Close the head, you go. Rubbing cocaine. And die pushing. Come cutting your stuff with down. Put a curse on you. Marking for its death. Nodis, never let your soul rest. Hell raise your whole life. You won't get last strike. Out like a light. Put a curse on you. Put a curse on you. The Kunta Kinte foot. The dirty evil looks. The crooks got you shook when the judge threw the book and your life got took. Then your soul got cooked. Put a curse on you. Man, all your children the junkies too. Your man been tricked by the pound to buy that ounce. Your young daughter get rich old dudes had limousines too. Put a curse on you. Put a curse on you.
Moscow opened up the Vatican to internet and television. The Vatican will soon begin
This shit
its power
right
from
here.
above.
Dude, Esham kills this shit. This whole track's just Esham ripping this shit apart. Talking about, yeah, check this shit out.
It's going down. Man, it's lonely at the top, so I'm sitting by myself. All this paper in my pocket got me a money belt. I'm a villain, make a killing. Is you feeling how I felt? Ask for no help. Global warming, my flow make the snow melt. Wicked raps, heat the polar caps, turn the world upside down. Rain on them, bring the pain on them from the underground. I'm known for that thunder sound, and Stevie Wonder know now. You benefiting from all of my know-how. So slow your roll, don't catch no slugs. Niggas gon' always sell drugs. It's always never gon' be things. Niggas gon' always want that green. So pick your team and play to win. All these demons doing sins. You must be out if you ain't in. I got that 9 if it ain't 10. Those Benjamins. Make $1 million, then do it again. Make $1 billion, then do it again. Then do it again, then do it again. Don't press your luck, cause I don't give a fuck. The cost of living's up, so you need them bucks. Can't do the my style, I need my nuts. My dick can't act, so I need it. Something I fight with, you see I beat it up. I slow it down and speed it up. Yeah, but never ever eat it up. Lyrics are dope, you can't repeat them, but they might get you in a lot of heated up conversations about whether or not it's Satan. But I can't really tell if they sincere or if they hating. But I got the answer, you got delusions of grandeur. You think people like you when they really can't stand you. But now my pocket's fat again, coming out the Vatican. The black poke, the wicked shit, I'm on that again. Is it time to rhyme or bust my gat again? And watch these weak ass rappers start scattering. So all you chit-chattering, it really ain't mattering. The paper power, the pussy, it's all a pattern. I get a migraine for money, I need an Anderson. I start panicking if it starts vanishing. The psychological damage is damaging. My psychiatrist told me I'm really not managing. I'm managing.
I'm gonna give you guys links to these books too, for anybody who likes to read and is into some fucking real life shit. But about some fucking, Illuminati, Vatican, saying all that type of shit, man. But wants to learn about it. There's discussing 2 great books right here to look at, and I'll give links to them underneath this. So what up, y'all? What we're doing right here is we're picking up where I left off a few days ago when I started talking about the Vatican. I forgot all about the shit until I just saw the video, so I figured I'd finish it up. Looks like I had made it to the title track of the album and then the video cut off, so we'll catch up on a few other things here while the CD's catching up, or the mixtape, I mean, is catching up. So yeah, don't breathe your last breath on the mic.
I got that 9 and it ain't 10. Make $1 million, then do it again. Make $1 billion, then do it again. Then do it again, then do it again. Don't press your luck, cause I don't give a fuck. The cost of living's up, so you need them bucks. Can't do the my style, I need my nuts. My dick can't act, so I need it. Something I fight with, you see I beat it up. I slow it down and speed it up. Yeah, but never ever eat it up. Lyrics are dope, you can't repeat them, but they might get you in a lot of heated up conversations about whether or not it's Satan. But I can't tell if they sincere or if they hating. But I got the answer, you got delusions of grandeur. You think people like you, but they really can't stand ya. But now my pocket's fat again, coming out the Vatican. The black coat, the wicked shit, I'm all that again. Is it time to rhyme or bust my gat again? And watch these weak ass rappers start scattering. So all you chit-chattering, it really ain't mattering. The paper power, the pussy, it's all a pattern. I get a migraine for money, I need an Anderson. I start panicking if it starts vanishing. The psychological damage is damaging. My psychiatrist told me I'm really not managing. Not managing. Not managing. Not managing. Not managing.
My psychiatrist told me I'm really not managing. True story. Alright, so you're talking about some books right there, alright? Everybody's heard of the Da Vinci Code. But what a lot of people don't know is that Dan Brown, author of the Da Vinci Code, stole that fucking idea from some other authors back in the 1980s, 80, 81, who wrote a book called Holy Blood, Holy Grail. And that was the premise to which Dan Brown stole and turned into his own fucking story and became extremely fucking rich and famous over the shit. But yeah, not knocking the Da Vinci Code, because, you know, it's a fucking great book. If you haven't read it, it's definitely worth a read. Same with Angels and Demons. And yeah, I think those are the only two I ever read by Dan Brown. Those are both fucking great books. But there are other books which are more authentic and non-fiction and less fiction and storytelling. Which you should look into if you're interested on the subject of, especially like religious conspiracies and shit like that. I'm into that kind of shit. But anyway, yeah, I'll put links to the books that they're talking about right here at the bottom, so people can go check them out if they want. It's actually really interesting shit. The Passover Plot is another one. I think they mentioned that too on here. But yeah, man, it's there's a lot of fucking knowledge in this music, man, too, if you catch it. Just gotta listen. Passover Plot. Christ did not actually die on the cross, but merely pretended to. Really happened was that Jesus' disciples ate Jesus the drug mixed into wine shortly before the crucifixion and simulated physical death. His followers revived him 3 days later, which was made to look like the resurrection. Then in 1982, a book called Holy Blood, Holy Grail was published, this time alleging that whether or not Jesus actually died on the cross, he had still taken Mary Magdalene as a lover and sired a child. You know what, man? I don't like a lot of that, what do you call it? Auto-tune. I think that's what the fuck you call it. I'm not really good with the whole technical terms of fucking shit like that. Whatever the fuck you call it, man. I've heard Isham using it a lot, and it's like the same thing with dubstep. I don't like that shit. But using an acid rap format with all the other shit going on at the same time, yeah, this shit sounds fucking dope as hell. Suicidal, my title's homicidal. I got too much like time, cause I'm America's idol. I'm more of a cycle than the Jackson named Michael. Tell a lot of Twitter, tell the truth from the Bible. I can move up my rifle, put a hole in your eye teeth, cause that's me and I ain't trying to be like you. Peter Piper, big peppers with peppers, Peter Piper, man. All these niggas so sick, chicken finger on my dick. Real grand in my whip, girl, you can drive a stick. Come to Detroit, I can show you how to live a kid. Need a survival kit, dead on the rival shit. Don't need to know about the weapons that I go get. Trying not to lose before I get it. Everybody trying to eat when it's not a picnic. The game is wicked, the pain is vivid. Hey, I see it and feel it. I'ma kill me a hypocrite, yes I am. Sacrifice to your lamb. Mastermind God like it's up in ladies' hand. But I was detained during the time period when this was released, and I did not get a chance to hear it. I mean, I used to have motherfuckers out there who would like send me like pictures off the internet and shit of like new shit that was come out or articles. They'd print them out for me if they saw something new. But when this Vatican came out, I remember, man, a homeboy I had where I was at, I met him because I saw an RLP tattoo on his arm. And we just started talking Isham and Nodis, man. He was from Battle Creek, I believe. Um, yeah, man, I wouldn't mind talking to him again. He was a cool cat, man. He had lost a brother too, so we had some shit in common. We used to hang out in the yard every day and just, spit Isham bars and shit, and whatever. But when he got out, the first thing he did, he sent me a letter with a bunch of printed out shit off the acid rap page and all that shit. Because I still wasn't really up on the internet. He was a little bit more. But yeah, he sent me a picture of that Vatican. The album cover for the Vatican. I thought it was going to be a whole album. It didn't say anything about it, like how many tracks or that it was a digital download or any of that. So the whole time I'm in there, man, I'm thinking, we kind of lost touch after that, because that's just the way it goes. But I had that picture of the Vatican hanging up on my fucking little billboard, my little picture board, next to my bunk for like a long ass time. And then when I got out, I finally heard it, man, and I was really bummed out about it, just because I was expecting a whole fucking album. Nobody told me, nobody softened the blow for me before I listened to it. I just had to find out for myself. And yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, the more I listen to it, the more it's growing on me. But it's taken a while for me to start letting it grow on me. I'm finally now getting to that point where I'm starting to listen to the Vatican more. Because I'm fiending like a fucking crackhead for another goddamn Nodis album. Flat the fuck out. Everybody needs that new Nodis right now. That's what the world needs, is the new Nodis. It's not just the fans and the artists who would benefit. The world needs new Nodis. Fuck the world. It needs new Nodis, though. I know I fucking need some new Nodis. What's up? Yeah.
Poop poop.
Poop poop. But yeah. Like I said, man, I was bummed out when I first heard the Vatican. I didn't know it was just a little fucking digi mixtape EP. That shit is fucking lame to me. I love the tracks, it's just that, come on, man. One of the things that makes a Nodis album is owning the actual Nodis album, But anyway, let's see here.
Like I did all this shit, hey, they put me dead anyway, hey, maybe I should do myself like yesterday. Should I just be so proud, bow wow, what the fuck I'm talking about? The voices in my head got down. Then again, on the other hand, they telling me I'm a motherfucking man. You don't understand. What's your legacy? What's your story? All the hate you probably be out of here before me. And I ain't wishing death, but I will kill. Keep quiet, man, this shit is supreme. I can feel it off the bed, don't need to be what I'm with. It's either this or bring my mama to tears. Live by it, or die by some real shit. I'm good, fuck the world, I did it, but it's open crazy. The whole world crazy, but they ain't me. Hypocrisy,
Same with MasterCard. That shit should be on a hard copy. I don't give a fuck. That shit should be on a hard copy. Death of an Indie label should be on a hard copy. The Vatican should be a hard copy. Suspended Jetpack Edition or Subatomic Jetpack should be a fucking hard copy. Sacrificial Lambs Leftovers should be a hard copy. MasterCard should be a fucking hard copy. Holy Black Mamba should be a hard copy. What else? There's a lot of digital shit that motherfuckers would buy. No doubt. No doubt. If you were to print that shit. Not you, I'm just saying whoever's listening, you know what I mean? dumb motherfuckers were to print some of those digi albums and mixtapes and shit onto CDs and sign them bitches as hard copies. Come on, man. You can bank on at least a couple thousand motherfuckers buying them shits, you know what I mean?
And I ain't feeling merciful, motivated by revenge. Don't let the school with their hand, better take it in. Now let the congregation say amen.
Motherfuckers, a lot of us ain't ready to stop buying albums, man. It ain't all of us. Some of these motherfuckers like this digital fucking world, and fuck all that shit though, man. I don't like that shit. Fucking give me my CDs any day of the week over this digital shit. No, I will always buy CDs from my favorite artists as long as they keep making music. Rat the fuck out. Especially RLP, you know, and fucking motherfuckers up there on that level, like Tool. I'll buy their fucking album day it drops, you know what I mean? They're another fucking group that I fucking plan ahead for when I hear they're making a new album, man. I get geeked. And they're actually about to drop a new album this year and go on tour, I'm sure, so yeah, I'm hyped about that. So anyway, not too many artists though that I get like that over, but yeah, certain ones, man, I mark that shit on the calendar. It's like a holiday to me. Like, oh shit, that new Nodis is about to drop.
It's not for me to government's fuck from
I wish.
Hypocrisy, clear channel, ball of blocking me. When you as hot as me, I know they watch you see a nigga ahead of time, space, and I ain't even trying to be. You ain't got a lot of me, you can die for free. You lie to the police if you say you got a lot for me. Legal piracy, it ain't no privacy, cause niggas download my shit for free on the
What we talking about?
you can still get it. I'm on some fuck the government
Shit, you still with it.
I pack a full pound, so don't come around acting like Rihanna or I'll whoop your ass like Chris Brown. I love women though, I love to go swimming, yo, like KRS, I got the mind of a criminal. The smooth operator, I cut without the fader. You can't see what I'm saying, cause you just a hater. Eliminator, perpetrator with the wrong data. Your hoe, I played her with the force, cause I'm not
Beta. The Vatican. The Vatican.
I do it like a ritual. You hypocritical. I live it like I spit it unforgivable. Motivate, nigga, I'm a demon and an angel, nigga. Fuck your entourage, putting them in danger with ya. Your life, you might be dead by the night. You wanna know what I'm about? Come outside, fuck the website. I'm the type that real, make a cypher kill. Influence your mind and body like a kill. Follow me. But the level of hypocrisy is to the point where they rather take a shot at me. The hell whether this hell is my property. Not a speed, get to this game a new policy. The devil boom, and God is the sun. Low power so loud to show them all how it's done. Now where the fuck is my award and my flag? All the hate feel like a sword in my back. Motherfuckers kill me. The Vatican, the Vatican. But it is only inside that the idea of the Vatican comes alive.
This outro's the shit though, man. If we put a beat to that shit right there, man, that would be like, oh man, come on. Somebody do that shit. So yeah. Anywho. Hermie says poop poop. He's not here right now. He's chilling in his little cat playpen area downstairs. I'm getting ready for a fucking crazy ass weekend. Gotta get up butt ass fucking early tomorrow, and I probably won't get a wink of sleep all weekend because shit's gonna be crazy. This house is going to be filled with kids, which is a good thing, you know. it's hard work. It really is, but in a good way. Anywho, Vatican, the last release from the group Nodus, the unholy trinity, as I like to call them, the greatest rap group to ever walk the fucking planet, which I guess is debatable to, not so hardcore fans, but gotta admit that they are definitely up there with the greatest at the very least. When you talk the greatest rap groups of all time, obviously you have Run DMC, NWA, Public Enemy. Dude, there's so fucking many. Eric B and Rakim, Wu-Tang. Shit, man. West Side Connection, Cypress Hill. Man, dude, Crucial Conflict, 3-6 Mafia. Oh shit, UGK, Outkast. Man. Do or Die. Man, there's so fucking many. Yeah, man. Ghetto Boys. 2 Live Crew. I mean, you gotta put Nodus in there. When you're talking about, like, the greatest rap groups of all time. And I just listed off the ones that come off the top of my head right away. Nodus is there, right up there on that level to me, at the very least. Like I said, to me, they're the greatest. They're at the very top. But, given that not everybody's a diehard fucking fanatic, disciple of Nodus like me, I'll allow the debate about, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, Public Enemy, or, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, okay, yes, it's up for argument, because, I can't take shit away from groups like Public Enemy and NWA, because those are what introduced me to fucking rap in the first place, back in the late 80s when I was just a little fucking kid. I already knew my metal catalog like the back of my head. By that time, I was like 8, 9 years old, and I could tell you anything about metal that you asked me. Real metal, like Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, Megadeth, Iron Maiden, that kind of shit. Guns N' Roses. That was all my shit growing up as a little kid. What else? So yeah, around 7 or 8, I heard NWA straight out of Compton. And well, before that, I gotta give it up to Houdini, because that was actually the first rap tape I ever heard, was Houdini No Escape. And I bought the cassette tape for like $3 or some shit off a rack at Myers. And I remember I liked that shit too, man. It had that fucking 5 minutes of funk. What the fuck was it? Some shit like that, and then fucking the Freaks Come Out at Night. Yeah, it had some jams on there, man. But the first real like what got me into rap, you know what I mean? That's pretty much what I mean, is what got me into rap was NWA straight out of Compton. It was around like 87, 88 when I first heard that, and dude, that was like my favorite tape for months. You couldn't get it out of the tape player, because, I was a little fucking kid. I was just memorizing these words and just rapping them to fucking people, and they just be like, man, what the fuck is this? Like, I was just running around trying to contaminate other kids' heads with the shit, like a fucking little asshole that I was. I was a fucking retarded kid, dude. You think I'm bad now, man? Jesus Christ, I was a fucking idiot as a fucking child. But anyway, that's a whole nother fucking story. Yeah, ever since then I started listening to like Public Enemy, like I said, AMG, all the classics that I grew up with, other classics after that, so yeah. Anyway, I don't remember what the fucking point was, what the fuck I was talking about, but yeah. Poop, poop. Poop, poop. Poop, poop! Much poop love! The new Mastermind Liquid Drano LP re-release of the EP, the classic 1995 EP, comes out tomorrow, or ships tomorrow in my case, because I pre-ordered mine and now I gotta wait a couple days for it to get here, but it's all good. The only thing I'm salty about right now is the fact that I can't go to the fucking record release party in Illinois, man. And yeah, not too happy about that. But you know, I got other responsibilities that have to come first. Not to mention, I've had 3 birthdays this week, and we're celebrating all 3 of them this weekend. So there's really no way I can get out of it, which is fine. I'm sure I'll catch him in another fucking day. As everybody knows, Mastermind's like my second favorite fucking rap artist of all time, next to Esham. But yeah, his classic EP, the original 6 tracks are gonna be on it. Let's see, there's the Liquid Drano, the intro. That shit, man. That intro always reminds me of Trippin' Balls. Like, as soon as I hear it, I'd be like, oh, you got that Liquid Drano, and that shit was sounded always just fucked up. But yeah, and then number 2 was My Mind Says. Number 3, Bitches Hate Me with Esham and Dice. Number 4, that Bust One for Me. It's one of my favorites. Number 5, Solo Kill, which is too short in my opinion. That'd be the shit if you added a couple extra verses to that motherfucker. That beat was so fucking cold. And then number 6, Murder Ride, another one of my favorites. So yeah, it's gonna have those 6 tracks on it, 6 brand new tracks on it, and then 6 remix tracks of other solo Mastermind tracks from some of his older albums, like Hellraiser. I don't know what else for sure, but yeah, that fucking the original EP, the original 6-track EP from '95 now is such a rare collector's item. You're coming off at least close to $100 to buy that motherfucker. Like, and I've owned it probably at least a half a dozen times. Back when, you know, it was still only worth like $5 used, you know what I mean? At least in the record stores. Now it's, yeah, hopefully one day I'll own it again. But right now, you know, I ain't got fucking 50, 60, 70 bucks to spend on a fucking CD. I got other CDs to get before that, if that's the case. That's why I'm fucking happy that Mastermind decided to reissue it and re-release it, reprint it with the bonus tracks and the new tracks and all that, man. So that people like me, you know, and new fans of his who are just now getting into him, but people like me who, you know, grew up with that fucking EP, you know, and now, you know, due to fucking circumstances have lost it one way or another. Now we have a chance to own it again, man, and that's what's up. That's a big deal to me. You know, digital shit's cool and all that, man, but yeah, man, I'm a CD kind of person, man. I gotta buy the fucking actual CD, especially when it comes to the shit that I really like, the shit that I'm into, the shit that I fucking represent, you know what I mean? I gotta buy the CD. That's just all there is to it. But yeah, man. So, yeah, that's tomorrow night in Chicago, or it's not exactly Chicago, it's a suburb of Chicago. It's in Illinois. There's info for it all over the place. It's Mastermind, Damien's Design. I interviewed them last year, man. They're another great raw talent, fucking lyricist, lyrically advanced, wicked shit. Slash, I'd even go as far as to call them acid rap. I know they got their own name for what they do, but personally, I consider what they do to be a hybrid form of acid rap and the wicked shit. But they got their own style to it. And yeah, man, Yeah, man. Yeah, that's another reason I wanted to see them perform live too, man. And I'm not gonna have the fucking chance, at least this time around, unless they go on tour with Mastermind Schizo. That'd be the shit. But yeah, I don't know. Fuck the dumb shit. This is what I come with. You wanna ride along with me? Yes, I run shit.